All right, let's get started. Welcome to the Cristo Rey Network College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. Each will have 6 minutes to share more about their institution, but we'll be around for the entire session to answer questions. My name is Chelsea, and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type questions to our presenters at any time. This is one of many sessions happening between today and Saturday the 22nd, so be sure to check the schedule on the website. This presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Cristo Rey. And now I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter, University of Denver.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Roderick Rose. I use he, him pronouns, and I am thrilled to be here with you today. The University of Denver is a Cristo Rey partnership school, and I would love to share a little bit more about the University of Denver with a very short video with the interests of our time. Knowing that I have just about 3 minutes to share.
Welcome to a place where purpose meets passion, where the call of these carpet-covered castles ignite our innovation. We can tell you what it means to explore. On these brick-battered floors, we dance with the principles of science, discovering disease and perfecting cure. Unlock doors and aspired for more, unraveling the confines of social constructs and dissecting the mysteries of the human condition. We've made it our mission to ponder and prove the powers of creation and design. Armed with intellect and skepticism of the laws which govern space and time to do what's never been done. Come with us to the forefront of exploration, to traverse international borders and submerge ourselves in cultures, because true leaders refuse to falter when standing face to face with the complexities of foreign affairs. Among us are those who dare to partake in the creation of music, a symphony of singular vibrations composing the melodic rhythms that demand our admiration. This is Pioneer Nation. 300 days a year, we kiss the sun and run towards everything we aspire to be. A community which champions I, yet embodies we. It's stitched into the seams of this campus. The heart and soul of our canvas colored by strong strokes of diverse opinion and unique design. Over time, we've subscribed to the strength of inclusion in pursuits of realizing a greater dream, like those seen in the peaks of our snow-capped mountains, and these Colorado rivers and streams that flow like fountains, the ones which beckon life to exist. And on these grounds we've refrained from conformity and approval, marching to the beat of our own sound, broken walls down, and stood strong as national champions, proud, even in our imperfection, for we've all fallen short of expectations. But make no mistake, it's here where phenomenal happens. Welcome to the University of Denver. Welcome to Pioneer Nation.
So we do love showcasing our alumni at the University of Denver. The University of Denver is a mid-sized university, a little under 6,000 undergrads. Our average class size is 24 students. Some of our most popular majors for our university would be business, biology, international studies, engineering, communication, and psychology. We do have great programs for studying abroad. Over 70% of our students study abroad. And if you're a junior or senior at the University of Denver and you have a B average, we pay for your additional costs to study abroad. So we do have some fantastic aid packages for our Cristo Rey students. And as far as our partnership students at the University of Denver, our partnership students are typically graduating at the same rate or actually exceeding in many cases the graduation rate of our general student body. So we're really excited and proud that our partnership students are doing great at the University of Denver. We also have some great access and transition programs, such as Gen U for first generation students, or eSTEM for students who are historically underrepresented in the STEM fields. So we would love to have you all come to visit the University of Denver, whether it is in person or when we're visiting you in your high schools, or virtually. We do offer virtual visits every Monday through our website, and we'd love to certainly see you either in person or virtually in the near future. For you seniors, our application deadlines are November 1st or January 15th. We are test optional, so you can apply at the University of Denver with or without a test score. And I will leave my email address into the chat and would love to connect with you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All righty, next up we have Oklahoma State University.
Hello, my name is Camden Wilkins, and I am an admissions counselor for Oklahoma State University. We like to make it really clear we are the Stillwater campus. So I just kind of wanted to go over just how the application process works for you all, just so that you know, and hopefully it is helpful. So basically, to apply to OSU, you just type in apply.okstate.edu. It's a really quick and easy process. All we need from you guys is a $40 non-refundable application fee and or fee waiver. A lot of students that are eligible for the fee waiver are like reduced lunches. And if you had a fee waiver for the ACT or SAT, just have your counselor send that over to us and we will get that in the right hands. We also need a high school transcript, unweighted GPA, also class rank if your school does that. If not, it's totally okay. There is also to have a complete application. So our application doubles as a scholarship application. So to have a complete application, we do require you do 2 of the 4 essay prompts that we give you. They're less than 300 words, so it's not too hard, so don't stress. And then the other thing that we require for a complete application is the leadership and involvement resume. So basically what that is you are hyping yourself up. So everything that you were involved in high school, we want to know that, and we want to know more about you. And then also we do super score your ACTs, not your SAT, just your ACTs. And then we are also test optional now as of, I believe, last year. So if you guys do not want to submit an ACT or SAT score, that is okay. But we also like for y'all to know that a lot of our scholarships require an ACT or SAT score. So just keep that in mind if you do choose test optional. And then just a little bit more about OSU. I actually just recently graduated. I loved my time there, and that's kind of all that I have to say about just the application process. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on campus if you ever sign up for a daily campus tour.
Awesome, thank you. All right, next up is the University of Central Oklahoma.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sonia Escobar, and I'm so happy to be here. let's get started. Okay, we are a mid-sized university located in Edmond, Oklahoma. We're about 22 minutes from Oklahoma City, so it's the perfect location, in my opinion. Let me get this out the way. Sorry about this, guys. Get that down there. We are the third largest university in Oklahoma. Our average class size is 17, but the further you go along in whatever major you decide, the classes do get smaller, so that's a good thing. We do have over 110 majors. I believe we're up to 119. We actually just had an award about how outstanding our undergraduate programs are. So that's awesome. We are a campus internationally of 14,000 plus students. And like I said, it is a mid-size, and we also have online options. That's why when you're in campus, if you look around, you're like, there's a lot of students, but there's a lot more, of course, maybe online, maybe internationally. Now, this is the biggest point I have. I could probably end the presentation right here, but we are ranked #1 in Oklahoma for job placement. So when you're thinking about investing in a college, usually the end goal is to have a job, right? And if you come to UCO, we guarantee that because our career services do an impeccable job with the relationships that they have within the community and outside Oklahoma. Now, these are a bunch of majors you're looking at, right? If you don't see yours, fear not. It just might be called something else, named something else, or under a different college. But you can reach out to me and I can get you all the information you need. Now, I'm so proud to say that we are ranked #1 nationally for our forensics program. It's not only a local state program, but it's international. We have international students who come specifically for forensics. Now, in forensics, you do have to double major, but that's okay because you can like art, but also want to be like forensics artist, graphic artist. I'm not sure what you call them. So that's really cool about having 2 majors for that one. We do have online programs for freshmen. That's a conversation we can have. And we also have a lot of majors that a lot of schools don't have. For example, our PGA golf management, that's one. Okay, now what are we looking for? We are looking for an SAT of 20 or SAT 1030, right? I don't know if you can see that. However, we are test optional. What does that mean? That means you don't have to give me this information, but as long as you have a 20 on the ACT, please submit it. We super score as well. SAT 1030, we convert it because then you're actually placed into college courses, right? Otherwise, you're taking a placement test. And as well as the scholarships, guys, we really base them off from those scores. How about the GPA? 2.7. That's what we are asking for at UCO. And if you're at 2.6, that's a conversation we can have, right? I'm an admissions counselor. I'm there to help you throughout this whole process. And that's basically it. And how do you do that? Your counselor will help you. They will send over your transcript and those scores if you want. Basically, once again, 2.7. Now, if you're taking concurrent classes, remember my seniors, you are applying as a first-time freshman, not a transfer student, okay? Let's not talk about transfer students here. You can definitely apply for scholarships for UCO. How do I do that, Sonia? Right on your application, which is $40, and you can actually submit that we favor or deferment. But you just fill out the application, and then right at the bottom, we have a couple of scholarship prompts. You just fill that out, and that's how you submit that application. And then you get an email about interviews if you are selected. Now, I just really want to bring this one home. February 1st. February 1st is a hard deadline on our scholarship application. So yes, you can apply to come to UCO after February 1st, right? But you want to get it before February 1st if you want to be considered for those scholarships that incoming fall, right? Also, November 1st, our housing application opens. If you're planning to live on campus, November 1st. They do fill up pretty quickly, but we always have space and accommodate you if that is needed. Outside scholarships, you could take a picture of this if you want. Otherwise, I can email it back. Any questions, put them in the chat. Here's another QR code if you want to take a picture of that. Otherwise, I have the information after. Now, this one, October 1st, FAFSA opened up, guys. My seniors, I need you to fill that out. If you have Oklahoma Promise, you have to also fill that out. This is our school code 003152. All right, now what happens? Hopefully you become a Bronco, you're admitted, and then you need to take an orientation. This orientation is called Forge. We have several sessions. Pick one of the first sessions because why? You're going to meet your advisors, you're going to pick your classes, you're going to meet other Broncos. It's a good time. It's $155. We charge that later. Let's see. Went through all that. I can send you that. But UCO, we understand it's more just about academics. You're really becoming that young adult, that adult out in the world, right? And you want to have some fun. And we have all the support services that you can imagine. Life on campus, it is so fun if you're engaged. You got to put in to get some, right? So I'm always about engaging on the campus. Work there. And also let's keep going. We are Division II schools. I can't go too deep into athletics because, rules and regulations, but if you want a club or a sport, and if we don't have it, you just get an advisor and we'll get that for you. November 1st, remember for my housing at uco.edu with any questions. And we tell you, live on campus. Why? Because you're more likely to do good, right? I suggest the quad for my freshmen because it really is a living institution right there with other classmates. So if you're nursing, you get that nursing floor. These are kind of some dates, and I think I might be over my time. So that's it. Any questions, please put them in the chat. I'm going to put my email. Sorry, Chesley.
That's okay. Thank you so much. Benedictine College is next.
Hello, everyone. My name is Claire Hollis. I am with Benedictine College, so greetings from Atchison, Kansas. Let me get my screen shared here. So yes, like I said, hello from Atchison, Kansas. We are located about an hour north of Kansas City. We are one of America's best colleges. We're one of the featured colleges on the Newman Guide list, one of the top colleges there. I'm one of the best colleges by U.S. News and World Report. Benedictine has one of the top 5 ministry programs in the country. So we really focus on the March for Life, our underground team, our grotto in the center of campus are just some photos featured there for you. We are the largest private school in the state of Kansas. We are about 2,100 students. We worked over 2,000 students for the first time last year. So I always like to say it's a small size school. Most of your class. It's big enough that you know a lot of people, but still small enough that you kind of have that close-knit family feel to it. Like I said, we're about 2,100 students. We pull from 48 states across the country this past school year in 19 countries. So we do have that international feel as well. You'll see there President Minnis right in the center. And that first photo, our Beanie Tradition, we're the last college in America that still has their Beanie Tradition. So all of our freshmen wear that their first time or their first week on campus, which is really fun. We have 7 bishops that wore these beanies, a Nobel Peace Prize laureate winner as well, that wore their beanies their freshman year. At Benedictine, our mission is to educate students in a community of faith and scholarship. We are a Catholic, Benedictine, liberal, and residential college. These are our 4 pillars, and we kind of lean on those a lot throughout our time at Benedictine. Like I said, we are about an hour north of Kansas City. This is kind of some good distances for you. I'm originally from Denver. I can attest that 8.5-hour drive, but not too far at all. There are students, like I said, from 48 states. So there's always someone to carpool with, fly home with, someone to meet up with when you're back home for breaks and that kind of thing. We're in Kansas, so there's certainly no place like home. This is the bridge leading into Atchison, downtown Atchison, and Union Station in Kansas City. Like I said, we're about an hour north of there. So really close to things, but we still have that small town feel. We have over 50 majors at Benedictine. I'll show those all on the next slide, but the ones we really like to feature are engineering. We are an accredited engineering school. We have mechanical, electrical, civil, and chemical engineering. We're also an accredited architecture school, really focusing on classical architecture. And we actually were just named the #1 nursing school in the state of Kansas. We actually have higher pass rates on the NCLEX than KU Med. So that's really exciting for our students, really successful there. I'll pause on this for a moment. I also like to point out some majors on here. Is like our business major is at one of our largest majors, followed by our education, primary, secondary, and special education. And our third largest major is Catholic theology, and that evangelization and catechesis program. So a lot of really good things going on. Graphic design is also growing for us. Our engineering and that nursing, like I mentioned before, and architecture as well. We do have our own campus in Florence, Italy. We live in a 500-year-old monastery while we're there. It's a 90-day program. You don't have to get a visa, but you get a full semester's worth of credits while you're over there in that 4-day school week. We are, like I said, based in Florence, Italy, in the hills of Settignano, which is about 20 minutes from the city's capital. So a really exciting time for our students to be there for the semester. We have our programs of distinction. These are our different programs that students can be a part of to really set themselves apart from the average student. We have our honors program, really focusing on great books. Our Freedom Fellows program is for our first generation and minority students that also can come with a full tuition scholarship. So if you might qualify for that, please reach out. I'd love to answer any questions about that. Our Gregorian Fellows is focusing on leadership. Our STEM Fellows, obviously focusing on STEM. Angelico Fellows is really focusing on beauty and culture. Our Excorde Media Fellows is focusing on 21st century media. All of the photos on here were taken by those students, as well as all of the videos on our YouTube and website. So do check those out as well. And finally, our Constitutional Fellows is going to be focusing on law. We offer 100% of our students scholarships, somewhere between $11,000 and $20,000. Our average scholarship is $17,000. And then we do have some full tuition scholarships available as well. A quick note on kind of what the admission process looks like. We do something called a rolling admission. So students are able to apply whenever is best for you. We have no hard deadlines, so apply at any point. We are test optional. All we will need are your transcripts, and we can take an unofficial transcript for admission. And then those test scores. We accept the ACT, the SAT, and a little unheard of one is called the CLT. That is the classical learning test. We find that our Cristo Rey students, Catholic school students, do very well on the CLT and is taken online if that interests you. We encourage you to come to campus, especially our seniors. We do offer overnight visits with an overnight host. You'll be admitted, and then we can talk through all the financial aid on a more personal level. Like I said, my name is Claire. I am really excited to hopefully meet all of you guys on campus. This is our contact information for our director of admission, and I'll be able to help direct you towards any of our students from our counselors from different states. Have a good rest of your night.
Thank you. Alrighty, next up is Wichita State University.
Hi, thank you. My name is Autumn Bennett, and I'm the admissions representative here in Oklahoma City, but I represent Wichita State University. I also have Jill Duncan with me, so she will be answering any questions in the chat that you might have. But yeah, I'm excited to tell you a little bit about Wichita State. So we are a 4-year urban research university in Wichita, Kansas. Wichita is the largest city in Kansas with about 500,000 people in Wichita. There's lots to do there. We're top 10 most surprising foodie cities in the United States. So again, lots of fun stuff and a lot of support from people in Wichita. And I'll talk a little bit more about this slide with all the stars. Those cities, if you live in one of those cities or around one of those cities, you do get in-state tuition to go to Wichita State University. So have your cameras ready, or your phones ready, so you can take some pictures of some of these slides because they'll go a little quick. So we do have our mid to large size. We have around 17,000 students now, but our faculty to student ratio is still around 18:1. So your class sizes might be around 70 for your first year for your larger classes, and then they'll significantly drop off. We are the most diverse campus in the state of Kansas. We also have a very high number of first generation students. We are a emerging Hispanic serving institute. So we do have 16% of our student population is Hispanic. Probably next year we'll have around 25%. So we will be a Hispanic serving institute in the coming years. We do have a large population of international students as well. We are an applied learning school. So your freshman year, any student can get a paid internship. Starting pay is $15 an hour. I've heard some students getting up to like $30 an hour, which is pretty awesome. So last year, our students earned over $26 million in wages. So we are in the top 80 most affordable colleges in the nation. So you definitely want to check out our discounts for tuition. Here is a quick video too about our campus.
The 125-year history of Wichita State University makes one thing clear: innovation is in our DNA. It is part of our origin story and our future, always student-centered and innovation-driven. At Wichita State, we built one of the world's most forward-thinking institutions by tapping into the heartbeat of our community, the capability of industry, and building tomorrow's technologies today. We are mission-driven. We leverage the combined resources of campus and community to strengthen our economy and create opportunities for the benefit of all Kansans. A prime example of this is our Innovation Campus. In 2014, we accepted the challenge: transform 120 acres of public land from a golf course into an innovation hub where ideas collide and new partnerships are born. With the first buildings opening in 2017, we brought together the world-class testing facilities of the National Institute for Aviation Research with multiple Fortune 500 companies to create a cutting-edge culture that converges art, science, innovation, and limitless imagination. The next chapter in our innovation journey is the National Institute for Research and Digital Transformation, or NERD. Opening spring of 2023, this institute will help navigate digital transformation that is happening at all levels of industry, governance, and society. As the future evolves, it will be digital, and we will continue to be ahead of the curve every step of the way. Wichita State University believes that innovation is at its best when campus, commerce, and community work together to bring about change. We are Wichita State University, where genius plays and innovation is born.
Awesome. So here is that innovation campus. This map is even outdated, but we do have those Fortune 500 companies on campus. So you can see some of those there. We have a brand new YMCA on campus, so you get a free membership to the YMCA, and then the other 9 in Wichita. Food Truck Plaza Business School has a brand new building. It's a $60 million business building. It is absolutely beautiful. So lots of really cool stuff happening on campus. We get our students paid internships through our Shocker Career Accelerator. So these are some students that have gone to NASA, Kansas City Chiefs. Young lady to the right was a Imagineer at Disney. She actually got hired on there now as an Imagineer. So very cool opportunities for our students. And we do all the networking for you. Again, most affordable colleges, you can kind of see those partnerships that we have: Shocker City partnerships, select and non-residents, and then all the free items that we give our students at Wichita State as well. Here's that map a little bit bigger. All those cities get in-state tuition. If you are outside of those cities in the yellow, you do also get a discount, a 33% discount on your tuition and fees. But definitely check out our websites to see if you qualify for any tuition discounts. 2.25 unweighted GPA to get admitted, or 21 or 1060. We're on Common App, $40 application fee. The last question will ask if you need a fee waiver. So there's about 6 options there that you qualify. So you just mark yes and then mark the reason. Once you're admitted, please check out Scholarship Universe. It's a matching tool for all of our scholarships. So we can get you some scholarships that to go to Wichita State. We do have over 70 different majors. You might take a screenshot of this because I'm almost out of time. But we have lots of things to offer our students. Let's see here. And housing, 3 brand new housing places on campus. We have no community bathrooms. We have dining that we give you some money to eat at on campus. Our housing application is open. And like I said, Jill's in here and I'm in here. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to help out answering those.
Awesome, thank you. Alrighty, next up is the University of St. Mary.
All right, guys, let's get started. I haven't done this in a while, so hopefully I can get through everything. All right, so you should be seeing our website right here. My name is Randolph Castor, and I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions at the University of St. Mary. I'm very happy to be here. We are a small private Catholic school in the state of Kansas. Okay, so I got my little map up here. I want to show you all this. This is Kansas. It looks like a rectangle, but somebody bit the corner off. That's fine. That's fine. If we scroll over here, way up here in the corner that's bit off, that's Leavenworth. That is where we are at. Fun fact, Benedictine is just north of us. So Benedictine are my buddies. All right. So back to us though. We are, like I said, we're a small private Catholic school. When I say we're small, we are about 700 to 800 on the undergraduate side. If you count all of our graduate and doctoral students, we're going to be closer to 12 to 1300. All right. Average class size is going to be around 20 or 25. Student professor ratio is 1 to 11. That means your professors always know who you are on a first name basis. You never have to be, in a giant lecture hall of over 100 students with some old guy down at the bottom with a bunch of chalkboards behind him. That's what we're about. The professors are there to make sure that you get the information you need in order to succeed in whatever program you decide. Okay. They are there in case you need help with, didn't understand a lecture, didn't understand the homework. We also have peer-to-peer tutoring available for you guys. We also have 24/7 online tutoring available for you. So if you're getting involved in a bunch of other stuff, can't make it into the tutoring center, don't worry about that. We can still get the help you need. Okay. Another nice thing. So our student body population, we're about 55% male, 45% female, about 38% minority, and about 80 to 85% student athlete. And what's cool about that is our academics and athletics works very well. If you are a student athlete coming into the University of St. Mary, and maybe you have a test in a couple of weeks, but it's also big game day, you can talk with your professors and work it out to where maybe you can reschedule that test or turn in that paper at a different time. All right. It's really easy to get involved in the University of St. Mary, not only through athletics, which while I'm talking about athletics, it would make sense if I throw this up here, right? These are all of our current sports at USM. Our newest ones are men's and women's tennis team, as well as men and women's bowling. Besides athletics, you can get involved in other ways as well. Things like band, choir, pep band, our art program, different clubs and organizations like Student Government Association, Run for Student Body President, Campus Activity Board, Spanish Club, Black Student Union, Campus Ministry, STEM Club, Phi Beta Lambda, which is like a business club, Aspire Trading Team. You can trade real stocks. If you want more information about that, hit me up. All right. A whole bunch of other ones that I can't even think of. But what's also really cool is you can start up your own club at the University of St. Mary. You just need 6 or 7 other students that are as interested in that thing that you are. Maybe it's playing ping pong on the weekends. Maybe it's sitting around with other like-minded students and talking about how, the Halloween Oreo cookies are better than all the other ones, because they are, trust me. You can do that at the University of St. Mary. Like I said, you just need 6 or 7 other like-minded students and a member of faculty or staff to be your sponsor. Scholarships at the University of St. Mary. Well, first off, let's go back here. Our undergraduate programs. So we are real big on education and healthcare. So if you notice while I scroll through here, we have lots of healthcare programs. All right. What programs are we really known for? We are really known for nursing. We have a 98% passing rate on the NCLEX exam, which is awesome. We are also known for our biology and pre-health programs. Like I said, quite a few down here. So we have some partnerships as well with different colleges around the Kansas City area. But then also our business programs have been exploding recently with things like management, marketing, digital marketing, accounting, sport management, as well as cybersecurity is one of our newest majors. Okay, so a lot of different things. But being a liberal arts college, you also have things like art, English, history, music minors, philosophy. We also have Spanish minor, theology minors, STEM club or STEM programs include biology, mathematics, all of that good stuff. All right. So whatever you're thinking about doing, odds are we might have it. Now, scholarships, what I want to talk about, pretty simple. Basically, we can offer all of our incoming freshmen for next year anywhere between $13,000 to $17,000 based solely off your GPA. So for instance, you come in with a 3.0 GPA, you get the blue and gold scholarship, $14,000, no questions asked, boom. All right, you have a 3.8 or higher GPA, presidential scholarship. We also have what we call our Jubilee Scholarship, which is a full tuition, room, and board scholarship. That one's going to be a little bit harder to get. You have to have at least a 30.7 GPA, a 26 or higher on your ACT, or be in the top 10% of your graduating class, and fill out a separate application. But then other than that, we do have some specialty scholarships. If you are graduating from a Catholic high school, you can come to us. We have a $1,000 scholarship automatically. All right. If you are graduating from Cristo Rey, Kansas City, or Bishop Ward in Kansas City, then that would be an even bigger scholarship for you. All right. $3,000 every year that you attend the University of St. Mary. We also have honor scholarship if you have a 3.7 GPA or higher, possibly. Other scholarships we offer are different talent scholarships. In athletics, we also have art talent scholarships, we have music talent scholarships, we have theater talent scholarships, we have community service scholarships through campus ministry. All right, a whole bunch of stuff. And last but not least, what I wanted to touch on is, yes, we are Catholic, okay? We are founded by the Sisters of Charity of Leavenworth. Back in the day, in 1850, we were originally an all-girls boarding school in downtown Leavenworth. Then we moved to our current location. In the 1920s, we became a 2-year girl college. And then a few years later, we became a 4-year girls college. Now we are, of course, fully co-ed. All right. Now, do you need to be Catholic to attend the University of St. Mary? No, you do not. We accept all faiths and all denominations and all walks of life. Of course, we have everything that you would expect from a Catholic university. We have Mass in the Annunciation Chapel on campus every Sunday. We have Mass in the dorms on Wednesday that's available. We have Rosary on Tuesday, and we have daily Mass with the sisters every single day of the week if you would like to. You can attend as often or as little as you would like. What does it take to get into the University of St. Mary? Very easy. It takes a 2.75 GPA on a 4.0 scale, unweighted, okay? And that's automatic acceptance. And then we start talking about all those scholarships and all that. If you like what you heard today, please go to our website and go to stmary.edu/visit, where you can set up a virtual visit where we can talk via Zoom, an in-person visit where we can give you a tour of campus, talk with athletics, and talk with a professor. Or you can join one of our group visits. Healthcare Career Day is very exciting. That's when you get to go to our Human Anatomy Lab and hold a real brain. All right. We have Fine Arts Scholarships Days, Discovery Day to find out what it means to be a USM student, as well as some other days as well. It's been really nice talking with you guys. I know I'm rambling on and my time is up. So I will put my email in the chat and I look forward to talking with you all soon.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. And Texas Tech University.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Kelsey Smith, and I am a senior admissions counselor at Texas Tech University. Sorry, I'm just trying to share my screen here. And I am here to talk to you guys about Texas Tech. Texas Tech is currently, or was founded in 1923, which means we are celebrating our 100th birthday this year. So if you are an incoming senior, there's a lot of new things coming to campus, a lot of new activities and fellowships to get involved with, a lot of fun stuff coming up in the next year. We are located in Lubbock, Texas. You can see on my map here, we're located in West Texas. We do have a 40,000 student campus, so we are definitely larger, but even with that being said, we have a 21-to-1 student teacher ratio. So yes, you're gonna have classes bigger, but yes, you are gonna have classes smaller. My smallest class was 12 students my senior year. And we do represent all 50 states in the United States, as well as over 100 different countries. So you will get to know a very wide range of students on our campus. We are a Carnegie Tier 1 research institute. So if getting research under your belt for job applications and things like that, that is definitely something you could start your freshman year, get class credit for it. We are also a National Hispanic Serving Institute, a lot of different opportunities to feel welcome on campus if you identify as Latinx or Hispanic. And we're also an LGBTQIA friendly campus on 5-star on the Campus Pride Index. So inclusion is very important. There's a lot of ways to get involved and make sure that everyone has a place on campus. Talking about some of our academics, we have over 150 different majors on our Texas Tech campus. Some of the more popular ones are the College of Engineering, our College of Business, and our Media or Visual and Performing Arts if you want to get involved in any of our theater or any background like that. All things that you can do, but like I said, 150 different majors with plenty of options for your career paths. Now, we do also have a School of Law, a Health Sciences Center, and a School of Veterinary Medicine. We are one of 9 systems around the United States that actually offer all of these different options. We're the number 2 law school in the state of Texas. We have 10 pre-health concentrations you can get involved with. In our School of Veterinary Medicine, we are the 2nd established vet school in Texas and 33rd in the nation. So going beyond the classroom, there are plenty of different resources that students can get or get firsthand experience with. Our career centers on campus will have career fairs twice a semester, bringing companies from all over Lubbock, all over the state of Texas, even all over the nation. They'll do on-the-spot interviews or and even mock interviews, working on resume and cover letter critiquing, different stuff like that. We have our study abroad office that we like students to get involved with as well. We actually have Texas Tech campuses in Sevilla, Spain, and in Costa Rica. You could do full degrees with Costa Rica, so that's always something fun to look into. We do work with over 80 countries around the world, though. We have our Technique Center on campus, which is our tutoring center for you. It is free for you to get involved with if you did need some help. Mentor Tech is our first generation mentoring program. So if you are first gen, we actually set you up with an upperclassman or a staff member for somebody to just check in on you weekly, help you with that transition from high school to college. And then we also have our student counseling center if you needed to talk to somebody about that transition, helping with the, I don't know, being homesick, your mental health, anything like that. Like we want to make sure that there's plenty of opportunity to get that help and make sure you're comfortable on campus. So some of the fun things to do, we have over 550 different student organizations that range from hobby-based to academic-based, really whatever you can think of, it's there. We really want to make sure that you're making those friends, making that community, and making Lubbock your home. We have over 30 different dining complexes on campus and 19 different residence halls. We do require that freshmen live on campus their first year. To make it helps with that with GPAs, study improvements, things like that. We are a part of Division I Big 12 athletics. You do get unlimited access to sporting events. It's included with your tuition. Access to our rec center is also included with your tuition, so there's no extra packages you need to purchase. And then we do have one of the first traveling college bands. If you are interested in getting involved in marching, you don't have to be a music major to be in our Going band from Raiderland. So how to apply and get into Texas Tech, we are on Apply Texas or Common App. There is a $75 application fee, or you can talk to me about a fee waiver. Our fee waivers are need-based, so we'll definitely talk about that through FAFSA. We are using the self-reported academic record now. Instead of accepting a high school transcript, you will use this system to self-report your grades. And then we are test optional through 2025. So if you like your test scores, send them. If you don't like them, don't send them. We do have assured admission requirements for our freshmen, or this is our automatic admission standards. So based on your class rank and test score, if you fall into one of these categories, you would be an automatic admit to the university. If you don't meet these requirements, don't worry. We still want to review everybody. We have no minimums at Texas Tech, but that's when we're going to start looking at your essays, your letters of recommendation, the resume section, your extracurriculars, those kinds of things. Now, some of our majors do require that you meet the automatic admission standards or the assured admission standards, and those majors are listed here. If you do choose to apply test optional, you will be holistically reviewed by your academic college. So there is still additional opportunities if you went test optional to go to the engineering college, to go to the business college, things like that. Some deadlines to keep in mind: December 1st for our seniors is our scholarship deadline. So if you want to be considered for scholarships, please send the application before then. The actual application deadline, though, isn't until May 1st. And that's also the deadline to accept your awarded scholarships is May 1st. Talking about scholarships, this is going to be our merit scholarship table for students. It is a sliding scale, so the higher your scores, the better. The higher your class rank, the better. Now, if you do get one of these scholarships or any of our department scholarships that are renewable for up to 4 years, as long as it's $1,000, if you are an out-of-state student, you will get in-state tuition. So instead of paying $24,000 for your tuition for the year, you'll pay $11,000 for your tuition for the year. And you'll keep your scholarship. So you would still get that $3,000 off of the $11,000. So definitely something to keep in mind. Here is what our tuition looks like and the difference in tuition. So yeah, non-residents pay $24,000, in-state pays $11,000. So really aim for a $1,000 scholarship if you can, because it gives you that almost over a $13,000 discount. So that's all I really have to talk to you guys about today. If you want to scan this QR code to get on our mailing list, get more information about our majors, things like that, you can do that or go to inquire.ttu.edu. And that should be all I have.
Thanks. Awesome. All right. At this point, I'd like to welcome everybody back onto the screen. We can hear from you all one more time. So while you're doing that, my question for you is, what advice do you have for someone who's going through the process either now or in the near future? We'll jump back up to the University of Denver.
Yes, I think as far as advice for our students now and in this exciting time, and there for those seniors or any students who are going through that process, would be to let your imagination wander and don't be afraid to look at something new or try something new, whether it's because it's a city you have interest in or an academic area that you may have interest in, or demographics from the student body that feel like a good fit for you. So certainly let your imagination wander.
I think we might have lost. All right.
Enjoy this.
Sorry about that. I think we lost the ending there.
Oh no, sorry about that. But yeah, just saying, enjoy this exciting time in your high school career, and let your imagination wander as you go through that college search process.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Oklahoma State University.
Hello. I think my advice would be whatever colleges that you are interested in, definitely go on a tour. That's going to be like your home away from home. So you want to feel like that. So that's definitely my number one word of advice.
Awesome. Thank you. University of Central Oklahoma.
Okay, I have a couple, but I'm going to go with be organized. Have a separate email from your school email that's focused just on colleges and applying. If that means a Google Sheet or Excel sheet, just keep it organized, the name, the scholarship, the due date, the award you get. If you can get your paperwork, your dates and your paperwork organized, just as a young adult and becoming an adult, it really does help you. And also, go visit the campus, get a feel for it, because you think you might want a big urban school, but then you go to a small world and you're like, why do I like it here? Because it's you. And once again, the reason I chose to work at UCO is because I feel safe, seen, and supported. So it's really important for you to feel safe because it's a big transition. First generation or not, right? So just make sure you feel safe, go check out the space and stay organized.
Thank you. Benedictine College.
Yeah, my number one piece of advice I always tell students is use your admission counselor as a resource at any of the colleges you're applying to. All of us here are admission counselors, and we want to get to know you, and we want to be able to help you get into the school. We want to help you get as much scholarship as possible. So please reach out to all of us or any of the admission counselors, whatever school, whether they're here on the screen or not, reach out to that person and find out who it is. Check that school's website. Likely there's a map or a list of the person that will be working with you in particular. So use them as a resource.
Awesome. Wichita State University.
Yeah, all of that is really great advice. And at first I was like, I don't know if I can add anything different. But I would definitely say apply now, because a lot of us have like freshman merit scholarships and things like that. So really great opportunities for you to see what kind of funding you'll get to go to the school. So along with everything that everybody else said, definitely apply early, check out those deadlines, apply for any additional scholarships that schools might have. Because there's going to be, you're not going to get the money unless you try to get money. So, but yeah, everything everybody else said as well, really great advice.
University of St. Mary, what is yours?
All right, this is gonna sound kind of weird, and the other counselors here will be like, what are you doing, man? But don't be afraid to say no, okay? If you're go look at all the colleges that you're interested in, but once you start figuring out which colleges you want to go to, if for some reason you're just not vibing with college, don't be afraid to tell us no. We hear no a lot more than we hear yes, believe it or not, okay? And yes, we do all want you to go to our college, but also we're okay. We just want you to go on to your next step in education and feel happy with where you're gonna go, okay? That's what we really, really want. So don't be afraid to be like, hey, Randolph, USM's really cool, but I'm really kind of digging this other school. That's okay. And then bonus, we'll stop mailing you stuff. So there you go.
Awesome. Thank you. And Texas Tech.
I think what everyone has said has been great. I really encourage touring. The campus is going to sell itself if it's right for you. The other thing I like to tell students is, even if you think like a school might be a little bit of a long shot, if you don't apply, it's an automatic no. So reach out to us, like make sure that you're staying connected with admissions counselors, because you never know. It could be an option for you. But yeah, and unless you put yourself out there, like again, it's an automatic no. So
Awesome. Thank you. All right. And with all of that information, we can wrap up here. So thank you so much for putting everything together and for joining us. And thank you to our participants as well. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick survey. We really appreciate any feedback you can provide. We encourage you to check back to the schedule and sign up for more sessions. We have more coming up on October 22nd, this Saturday. You'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all the other recordings at strivescan.com/Cristo Rey. And it was great being here with you. Have a great rest of your evening.